Awesome date, April 5th, 2010. Awesome topic. This is our favorite podcast in the Citadel. This is the OSMcast. Welcome, once more, to the OSMcast. I'm Basil.
I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
And that's us. It's been a while since we've done an actual dyed-in-the-wool OSMcast.
Yeah, OSMcast.
Our past one's been doing, award ceremonies and convention reports, roundtables.
Yeah.
So here's an actual honest-to-God review
OSMcast.
of an OSMcast thing. Got
you're
everything
gonna
that you like.
Stuff.
Nothing that you don't like.
Probably something you don't like.
Yeah.
Probably something you don't like, but then you're stupid. Yeah.
That's telling them.
That's right.
You go, yeah.
That's how I do. That's how I roll.
That's how we roll here on the
We're
OSMcast. Yeah.
Look, I'm a distinguishing anime enthusiast.
Distinguished.
Sorry, distinguishingly snooty anime enthusiast.
There you go. Okay.
That's what it is.
Now you use distinguishedly.
Distinguishingly snooty anime enthusiast. That's. I'm not a otaku. That's what I am.
I'm just old and think I know better.
I like cartoons.
Why, thank you. See, you're a gentleman's anime enthusiast. That's what happens when you reach past 30 and you don't die. I've learned this from experience. So, there we go. Don't worry, Eric. One day.
One day.
You'll
One
be
day.
one of us.
Hopefully.
Yes.
We're hoping.
So, here we go. OSMcast. That's us. So, you might be asking yourself, well, what is the podcast? OSMcast.
How did you
for everything
find
awesome.
us?
Well, that's a good question. Well, they might have hit a link off Annual Order, or the Dead Workers Party Network, Anime 82, or a whole bunch of other places. We get around.
Maybe they just found our business card in a bathroom somewhere.
Or they might have searched for Jerry Jewell. It happens a lot. Also, Calissa from AWL. We get lots of hits from her. She's never been on the show yet, but we get hits.
Maybe one day.
Well, actually, will happen one day. We're in talks.
All right.
But anyways, so, of course, the website, OSMcast.com, OSMcast. Chances are you've been there before. Check out the Index of Awesome, all our past podcasts. We have interviews, reviews, convention reports, all that sort of crazy podcast shenanigans.
That's a good chance if you're listening to us and you're on the website now. It's they're all little buttons on the top.
Actually, most people now tend to use the RSS feeder in iTunes and stuff.
Do we check by, do we have which awesome people did which podcast on there? Do we have it sorted by who was...
It's just sorted by date and name. It's
Name,
chronological.
okay.
But
I was going to tell you to avoid all the ones that don't have Eric on them. But
yeah, how can all my devoted fans find the ones with
how
Kevin?
Can my fans find, what the heck?
I know you're out there.
It's okay, because they're all actually my fans. So it's cool.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
And of course, if you'd like to tell us how much you love us, there's multiple ways. You can leave a comment in the comment section. Send us an email at awesomecast@gmail.com.
Cash, check, credit card.
Put Kevin is sexy in the title line.
That way I know it's spam.
That way we know it's spam, exactly.
And always call us on the Awesome Line. 209-AWESOME-LINE. Or, 209-676-5463. If you want to be, lame about it.
If you use those antiquated numbers.
Yeah, craziness.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Also, we technically have a form of the Dead Workers Party Network that no one ever posts in, but it's there. But we should post in it one day.
Yeah, one of us should actually probably do something
One day.
like that.
One day, when I actually am active on the internet and don't just lurk all the time.
Do you plurk?
I lurk.
Oh, you lurk.
I lurk. I don't.
Plurk is for 13-year-old girls in Basil.
Shut up. I Twitter. Actually, my Twitter feed is /the Basil feed. So you check out Twitter. I do Twitter things.
I don't have Twitter.
Pretty Twitterific.
But enough about that.
And on to...
Oh, you want the Moment of Awesome song.
That's damn right I want the Moment of Awesome song.
Awesome song. We need the Moment of Awesome song.
Well,
what do you think you're on this thing for?
Okay. It's a moment of awesome. Yeah.
So, who's been doing awesome things lately?
I've been doing awesome things.
Yeah,
I
I've been
suppose.
We've all been doing awesome things.
What awesome things have you been doing, Eric?
Shut up. I've been playing the Firewalker mission pack for the game we're going to review today.
Oh, crap. Let's save that one for later.
Yeah, let's see. I've been watching Final Fantasy 13 a lot.
Well, Final Fantasy 13 has moments
Of awesome. It's, unfortunately, they're kind
Battle
of very
systems
deep.
is there, and sometimes the character moments are good.
And it's pretty.
Yeah, it was very pretty.
But it is goddamn pretty.
It was very beautiful. Let's see, what else has been going on awesome on the internet? PAX East is going on right now.
And we're not there.
We're not there.
God damn it.
We cry
We'll get to
ourselves to
PAX
sleep
West
every
someday.
night.
Yes, one
Yeah.
day. Or maybe they'll do a different PAX East that's closer to us.
Yeah, PAX. Well, I
More
don't know.
east or
If
more
this
south
If this
east.
one's popular, I get the feeling that Boston, it's going to become Boston, Seattle, and that's going to kind of become the.
I wouldn't mind taking a trip to Boston
PAX
one day.
Boston,
I'd
PAX
rather
Seattle,
Seattle.
PAX Guam.
Well, Seattle will be better. Boston's cheaper.
Is it cheaper? I thought they would be. I thought what we worked out was it was almost as.
No, it's a good bit cheaper to go to Boston.
Really?
From here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else awesome, at least that would be interesting to our viewers. Everyone should go read Seneca's On the Briefness of Life, but I don't know if you're really interested in Roman philosophers and letters they wrote to their friends 3,000 years ago.
But if you are,
Someone out there besides Eric, that's all you're about, and you're one of our listeners. We know it. So you've been waiting for this book all your life.
yeah, Brent.
Yeah, Brent. I was actually thinking that. Yeah, Brent. You know.
Oh, Brent probably
Well-
has it.
No, Brent doesn't use the internet anymore. I don't know the time.
It's true.
Then he writes into us telling us.
Hey, if you are listening, write us. Yeah, OSMcast@gmail.com. So I know me and Kevin have been playing a game that we've been playing a good chunk of time in, that it's actually been playing it so much that sometimes I'll play it in lieu of Final Fantasy 13.
Infinite Space. I want to play Infinite Space.
Infinite Space.
Infinite Space. It's
One of the trilogy of random Sega RPGs that all came out in March within weeks of each other.
wait. Okay.
Yakuza 3.
Oh, is that
Yakuza 3 is an RPG.
really? You'd call it an RPG?
Yes, it's an RPG it's as an RPG as, say, a Tales game or Star Ocean. It's just you play with one character, and it plays like a beat 'em up, but you get random battles just like RPGs. You have level progression. You have all that sort of stuff. It just happens to be the battle system is a beat 'em up.
Ah, well, yes. And then I'm really liking also Resonance of Fate, but
Well, talk about what's Resonance of Fate, because no one
Yeah.
else understands this or likes this except you. So
Resonance of Fate. I don't know why people. It's awesome. It's a post-apocalyptic RPG in a dilapidated, falling apart arcology tower where you run around doing John Woo gun battles in a turn-based combat system,
Well, I think it came out, unfortunately, right after the RPG of this generation.
which is Final Fantasy 13. That's definitely against it.
what the Japanese RPG of this generation, that's not Dragon Quest.
Well, let me put it this way. Excuse me. I think it went against what will ultimately be the best-selling and biggest name RPG. I'm not talking about in terms of good or bad
But
at this point.
if in playing Final Fantasy 13 you start asking yourself, man, I wish there were towns. Man, I wish there was more character level customization.
Man, I wish I didn't know how to use the battle system.
Exactly.
The Resonance of Fate is the game for you.
I'll admit, the battle system is really obtuse. Even with tutorials, even with the manual. If you've played Valkyrie Profile 2, and no one did but me, and maybe Lee, if he ever cracks open that copy, I gave him one year, but it is weird. It's semi-real time, but the enemies wait for you to move before they move. And you do take it in turns to move your characters. It is about positioning and strategy, but early in the game it seems really easy, and you can just hit the hero button, go flying through John Woo style, blowing the shit out of things in one pass, and that just doesn't work later in the game. Well, it does work, but you gotta know when to do it.
So there you go.
But it's pretty. Not as pretty as Final Fantasy 13, but pretty. And it has the voice of Nathan Drake in a JRPG, which is
Nolan North.
he's always entertaining, and he's maybe more so entertaining in a JRPG. Also, it has Japanese dialogue options if you hate the English voice actors.
But how could you hate Nolan North? I mean,
I don't know,
really?
because I turned it back into English just to listen to him.
Is it a little bit more Nathan Drake just better in the
What
world?
we all need in our lives.
I mean, really? I mean, was not Nathan Drake, Desmond Miles, this guy?
He pretty much always plays
guy
the
in
same
Dark
character.
Forward. He also, I hear he hates it too. Like,
Yes.
but everyone asks him to do Nathan Drake.
I mean, in this game, he's kind of
Guy
the
in Shadow
older of the
Complex.
three protagonists. He kind of comes off as jerk-ass with a heart of gold, but he's really a heroic knight character deep down. He's not really the main character, but I think the marketing wanted the Americans to think he's the main character.
Yeah, that happens a couple of times. There's that's actually sort of like the game we're going to review today. There's one character they're always putting on the covers, and he's just a random member of your party. Like, he's not any more or less, but I guess he looked cool, so
Oh, yeah.
there we go.
Well, there's things like what was it, Last Remnant, that actually had two quote unquote main characters. One they focused marketing on the young Bishonen guy for the Japanese market, and the older guy for the American market.
Yeah.
In the end, no one bought it anyways. So
You know,
What was that?
Last Remnant.
I played a good chunk through the game, and you only play the JRPG guy, as far as I can tell.
That's kind of funny. That's been sitting on Barry's. I think you gave.
I bought it for Barry.
Christmas.
If anyone can appreciate the bizarre intricacies of the strategy system of wacky weirdness of that game, it might be Barry.
Poor guy. Like, he's been trying to get through Heavy Rain. I just don't think he can do it.
Heavy Rain is an interesting game.
It's a very interesting game.
It is a very interesting game.
That's sort of like a movie.
It's a
I
movie.
am not sure that I can say it's a good game, but I think it's an experience that everyone should give it a try if they have access to a PS3.
I greatly enjoyed it, although, yes, likewise, I'm not sure if you can call it a great game, but it was an interesting experience.
Never have I felt more tense playing the game than I've played any other game. Because I was like, much like the game we're about to review, characters can die, but this one, the character's death means so much more in this game. And, yeah, although admittedly, near the end of it, they started pulling things and plots that points, and I'm like, no, that's stupid. Why'd you do that? It's better than Find the Internet, but, it still ended up kind of dumb. But Infinite Space, so far,
Space.
is a pretty damn awesome.
You mean Legend of Galactic Heroes, the RPG?
Yes, that's correct. Legend of Galactic Heroes, the RPG.
That they, for some reason, are called... No, okay, it's not actually related to Legend of Galactic Heroes, not to get anyone's hopes up, although I think I'm the only one who cares. But it plays like it should be in the Legend of Galactic Heroes universe.
It is the greatest game of rock, paper, different rock ever.
It's thrilling, real-time rock, paper, scissors.
But the scissors isn't so much a scissors as a thing that can beat rock, but is weak to paper. It's a little bit weird. It's got linear. It's pretty much A, you've got a cast of like 100 people that you can recruit. B, you eventually get to pilot up 5 spaceships at the same time, and you get to modify the individual components of each ship and their weapon systems. You actually get your crew. You actually assign crew positions, which include things like accountant and cook.
And assistant server.
Yes. And depending on where you put who, determines how good they are and how good your ship works, how long you can fight without having to go back to port, and all that sort of stuff.
My doctor is a combat android with superheated claws and laser eyes.
That's my first officer. It's good stuff. The plot is it's interesting. Like, I'm kind of glad there's no voice acting because I was really scared that Sega might screw it up.
Yeah.
Especially on the DS. I mean, Sans Destruction's voice acting was just absolutely god awful.
Yes.
And there's, and the only voice acting you get is whenever you choose attack, unless you want to skip the thing, they'll actually start talking with a whole bunch of, technobabble.
They have technobabble ambience for your combat animation, which a little tap on the screen will skip along, if you don't want to watch it every single time. It's cool a couple of times, and maybe when you get a new ship or some new weapons, you may want to see them go off once and listen to the technobabble, but that does get repetitive. You may just want to tap the screen to skip to see if you actually do any damage.
Yeah, it's true. But it's fun. It's really interesting. It's very deep, and it's going to. This is probably as long, if not longer, than Final Fantasy 13. You could see a good 60 to 100 hours of this game if you really wanted to. And for a DS game, that's crazy.
Yes. A bunch of characters, yeah. The combat system is interesting. And it gets more interesting once they start giving you fighters. But
I'm about to hit that point.
I have gotten fighters. Fighters make everything different.
And, man, people get hurt in this game.
Yeah.
Like the captain, I'll go into detail spoilers, but he gets beat up in this game. He's not,
People get beat up, faces get melted, people get beat up, stabbed, limbs lopped off, more faces melted. It's all good fun.
Oh yeah. And it's
a little bit more graphic than the T rating would suggest sometimes, also.
Yeah. It's because they don't show blood, so it's okay. It's because it's all laser fire, so it automatically cauterizes wounds.
Yeah, and that plasma sword automatically cauterizes something when it gets jammed in your face.
Yeah, like your neck.
Yeah,
You've got a face anymore.
Exactly.
I guess you're not happy that you messed with Yuri.
Yes.
You're to fuck you up.
Yuri in the very masculine Russian first name, not the girly Japanese girl first name.
Yeah. It's like Vesperia Yuri.
Right.
Except he's like a space, adventurer. Well, you're going to take no for an answer.
He's a very plucky 16-year-old that he is.
Like he could be in the cast of One Piece if he had special powers.
He's got a sword.
He does, in a flight suit.
And a loyal crew of insane weirdos.
Yes, a load of insane weirdos.
So it is a lot like One Piece in space.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, now I'm thinking about it.
It's not that humorous most of the time, but yeah, it's what if One Piece was actually seriously about pirates, but you still have the exact same cast.
But I would love if somehow, BioWare played this game with, we could use this as a system for space combat in Mass Effect 3.
Yes. My only complaint about Infinite Space is it would be great on a console, but it's on a DS.
That's why, my DSi's L button went out on me, so...
Mine too!
Yeah, so I'm gonna pony up for stupid XL.
I haven't reached that point, but I'm probably once I reach a game where the L button becomes essential, I'll get pissed off.
It was really important for Apollo Justice, so I could skip text.
Mm.
Or whenever you were calling objection, because you just hit the L button and do the objection, or you're pressing stuff, sorry. When you press people for more information while interrogating them.
Or you can just tap the touchscreen.
Yeah, I never tap the touchscreen. I only use the touchscreen when I absolutely must have to when I play DS games. Because I don't want to damage our touchscreen, if at all possible.
Come on, the irony there is palpable. I only use the L button so I don't damage the touchscreen, and I broke 3 L buttons.
Shut up! Shut up!
I'm just saying.
There is something there, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. This is a little ironic.
All right, fine. We're going to move on. We're going to talk about Mass Effect 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
What are you doing? Scanning.
Hey yo, BC, the turntable biotic. Hit him with the good stuff, God.
Probe away.
I'm Commander Shepard.
Probe away.
You want to see if I've got the minerals?
Probe away.
I'm Commander Shepard.
Probe away.
Surely got those minerals.
Beep it, I'll break it down so you can absorb it. You need to mine planets, minerals, and do it from orbit. Some good advice, and you're too much of a noob to ignore it. You'll get stranded with no fuel if you foolishly floor it. I used to rock microphones rhyming in the stadium. These days on lunch probes, mining for palladium. Slouching at my console, crying from the tedium. I contemplate relations with the slimiest of aliens. A spectre and alliance and 7 special ops. Some things I scan are anomalous, but the rest are rocks. This shit is so boring, most men's souls would wither. Yo, but I ain't trying to get my tallies over blown to smithers. No doubt, I get it in with the erythium. Rhythmically click and launch probe, tunnel vision, and I'm mining for resources with the lowliest of purposes. I drag the scanner reticle slowly.
In a world where things have gone wrong.
Wow, it's going to be really hard to talk about Mass Effect 2 without spoilers, but we will do our best.
Well, like as all reviews, we will do a segment where we will not talk about spoilers. No, musical interlude, and then we spoil the shit out of it.
Yeah, but I'm just commenting as we review this because it's the beginning of the game. It has such a what the hell, right?
Okay, all right. Let's put it this way: we're going to spoil the first 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour of Mass Effect 2, just to give you the basics. All right.
So if
Do
you
we have
want to know absolutely nothing, and you've somehow managed not to hear anything about it, but you still want to play it, you may not want to listen.
All the major previews before the game came out spoil like the first hour.
Okay, yeah, so
we're
we'll
fine on
we'll
that.
talk about that. Okay.
So if you've been living in a cave, turn this off now.
We're also assuming that you've already listened to the entirety of the Mass Effect 1
Oh yeah,
podcast.
we're spoiling the shit out of Mass Effect 1, and if you don't like it, you can go to hell.
So, I'm
Sorry, Lee. You should have finished it by
you
now.
should have beaten it. We've given you plenty of time.
Lee, I didn't mean you could go to hell. I meant other people haven't finished
Eric
it.
totally wants you to go to hell, Lee.
Whatever.
They'd like you to come back, just to visit.
Just to visit.
Yeah, I mean, it's
The tourist trip.
especially every Wednesday night,
You get the Dante special.
That's right. It's the Inferno.
Oh god, don't get me started on Dante's Inferno. Based on the epic poem.
How about the version of the book with the game art cover?
I'm about to punch you. So anyway,
Let's talk about a good game.
Mass Effect 2.
So, there was these things, they're called the Reapers.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way to start with Mass Effect.
Don't
the end
fear
of Mass
the
Effect 1,
Reaper.
and then move into it. So at the end of Mass Effect 1, depending on your choices, I guess, you either saved the Council or let those racist fuckers die, and fought a giant sentient spaceship named Sovereign. That
kind of looked like Cthulhu's head.
That turned out to be the vanguard of a giant species of giant sentient spaceships called Reapers.
Eldritch abomination robot gods.
That had left all of the major technology, the Mass Effect stuff that allows travel through the stars, the Citadel, that people used to build their societies around as a giant trap so that they could get organic races to evolve in a predetermined path and then stomp the shit out of them when they reached a certain level.
Because it amuses them to do so, at least as best as we understand so far.
Well, no, I think when we talk about, we'll talk about that when we talk about
Well,
Mass Effect 2.
at least-
I think we figure out
yeah.
sort of why in Mass Effect 2, but we got
there's some ideas.
There's just some ideas, but we'll talk about that in the spoiler section.
And so, you beat them, and the galaxy is at peace.
Hooray!
Bullshit.
Yay. For a little while.
For a little while.
About a day.
But then human colonies begin to disappear.
Well, first, before that happens,
Wait, I
the
thought
Council decides, you know what, Shepard? That was a really great job defeating the Reaper.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're pretending the Reapers don't exist.
Yes, okay, yes. If you
And
show
we're going to send you off to fight Geth. Isn't that fun? Go fight some Geth.
Oh, wait, I thought was he fighting Geth? I thought he was investigating the human colonies disappearing before.
No,
okay.
She
No,
was just
Geth.
fighting Geth.
He was just...
She.
Okay, first
She.
off, of course,
She.
in Mass Effect, Shepard could be a guy or a girl. Eric played Dude Shepard. I played the best Shepard.
I played both.
So, but canonically, Shepard is a man.
And if you're playing the best Shepard, it's a female.
But
I'll admit, FemShep is cooler.
FemShep has a better voice actor. I think that male Shepard... I played male Shepard because I was, at the time, playing the canon Shepard, which I almost instantly abandoned to play Paragon because canon Shepard is a douchebag. But that would be why
This is a true statement.
So if you hear he or she when referring to Shepard, that's just the characters that we played.
So the council, or if you kill the council, then the human head of the human. What is the human government? I can't remember.
The Alliance?
Is it the Alliance?
I wanted to say the Federation, but it's
Yeah,
the Alliance, I think, is
The
you're
Alliance.
correct.
Whichever one tells you, oh, the Reapers don't really exist, you have no proof, and send you to fight Geth.
It was obviously just a big angry guest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Literally, it was just a big angry guest. That's literally
They ate a mega mushroom. Woo!
There's no alien space gods coming to kill us.
So you go off to fight some Geth, and as you're investigating a planet, a giant ship of unknown origin pops out, rapes the shit out of your Normandy.
Rapes the ship out from under you.
Yeah, really. And while saving the coolest character in the entire game, Joker, you die. No ifs, ands, or buts. Shepard dies.
The end. Shortest game ever. That sucked.
Well, he gets ejected into space, he burns up in re-entry, and he breaks his spacesuit open. So he dies like 3 ways.
And if you play this part, you know that holy shit, that was like this almost awesome 0 to awesome awesomeness.
Yeah, really.
Playing this game that you can get.
It was totally amazing. It was real shock. I had no spoilers for Mass Effect 2 because I bought Mass Effect just on a whim, played it, was like, this is one of the best games I ever played, and Mass Effect 2 had come out like 3 weeks earlier or something, and so I
want to correct you on that. You did not buy Mass Effect on a whim.
What?
I've been beating you over the head to play Mass Effect.
But I've been ignoring you.
You've been ignoring me, telling me that Mass Effect sucks.
Well, that's because you described it as Star Trek, and I'm sorry, Mass Effect is nothing like Star Trek.
Mass Effect's totally Star Trek.
It's not totally
There's
Star
a reason
Trek.
why you thought it was the Federation at first.
It's not Star Trek. Actually, Mass Effect is much more like Star Wars than Star Trek in a lot
Well,
of ways.
BioWare.
But be that as it may.
Regardless, you heard everyone talking about all the awesome things about Mass Effect 2. You want to just jump into Mass Effect 2. And I'm like, no. You go play Mass Effect 1 first, like the right thinking human being that you are.
So I went and played
You'll
Mass Effect
suffer
1.
through all that Mako driving to get to Mass Effect 2.
Just like we all do. That's the rite of passage.
So I went to Mass Effect 2, and I had no spoilers. So I'm playing, and holy shit, you killed my character that I worked on for like 30 hours in the last game. Like, let me tell you, that was a what the fuck moment.
But then it immediately drops you right into like a new character creation screen.
Yeah. And
roll up a new character, guys. Well, except not really.
Well, essentially, it's that your character did die. A secret organization found his body, grabbed it, and has been spending, 3 years? Or 5?
2 or 3 years.
It's
I think 3 years.
It's 3 years. Because that's right, because it's 3 years between Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2, like in real time. And has been spending 3 years rebuilding you. They have the technology. They didn't.
And passing on ammo clips.
Actually, and passing on ammo clips. We'll talk about that in a second.
Ammo clips.
And it lets you rebuild your character under the guise of like whether or not the secret organization decides to make any tweaks in your character type. You can become a different class. You can change your face. I don't think you change gender. I don't think you can change gender. Yeah, that's the one thing you can't. They don't give you any sex operations, unfortunately.
We just think Shep would be hotter as a chick. No, none of that.
None of that. And that's just really cool. It's a great way to explain, let's let people make their own character.
But you do get to, you can re-import your face settings if
you
you want to look just the same.
If you want to be exactly the same, you just click XXX. And
you can pick the same class or not.
Well, there's a button. Isn't there? I thought there was a button that was just import. You take directly old stats.
Well, you import the face directly.
It imports everything, and then you get to tweak it.
Okay. So,
but if you really just felt you were playing a soldier, and now you just really want to play with the magic powers, you can do that.
Yeah, and it was great. It's science fiction, really neat. Like, they didn't just have this technology laying around. You actually hear a lot about how they're having to invent the technology, and a lot of it only works for Shepard. It's not like they've created human immortality. They've done all these really specific genetic things.
They've bankrupted a couple planets to remake one man.
One man. This is not something you could do every day or something. It's just that they've spent 3 years and Kevin said, the GOP of a couple of small planets to
take the few spots of grease that used to be you they found and make you back into a person.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much exactly as you were.
Yeah, exactly.
Only better.
Yeah, you're supposed to be stronger and faster, and because you do have thermal plating, and they're supposed to have a lot of you is cybernetic as well as as organic at this point. So you're kind of an android or cyborg you, but you don't see that ever.
Or just a shadow runner, depending on how you want
Yeah,
to look at
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
well, I don't know. Have we ever established that everyone else isn't running around with a ton of cybernetics jammed in them? We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, exactly.
That may be standard for Alliance soldiers, for all we know.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, like Jacob could be jam packed full of.
Oh, that hunk of man flesh. That's all 100% human
Look, we're not going
and
to.
100% haughty.
We're not going to talk. You didn't sleep with Jacob anyway. You stayed faithful.
Yeah, it's true.
Like
I stayed faithful. And then the other game, I totally fucked around.
I fucked around because they introduced someone with a bigger rack, so it was kind of obligatory for me to have to
They
abandon.
introduced two characters with bigger racks. Samara?
But you can't actually sleep with Samara.
Well, no, but, I mean...
You can.
Yeah, but I'm talking
those
about
things
the
are
characters.
balloons.
The character. Miranda's bigger than Samara.
I don't. Well, let's not argue about who's bigger than who.
The point.
We're better than that.
We're better than that. We'll talk about this later. No, here's the huge. But it's a really great way to bring you into the new game, and it's a ton of fun.
And so you discover you're working for this group called Cerberus.
Who are the clan?
You may have killed some of their goons in the first game.
Well, there was actually a whole little, mission plotline thing that you do that was totally taking out Cerberus things.
Yeah, so
Turns out they're big fans of yours, inexplicably.
well, they consider. Remember, the one of the main characters you get introduced to is the head of Cerberus, who's simply known as the Elusive Man.
Or Tim, as I call him.
And the thing about the Elusive Man is he, as you'll see as you go through this game, is he's got a big theme, and the theme is human firsts. And Shepard represents a lot of firsts for humanity. He's the first human Spectre. He's the first human to defeat, or even organic being, even to defeat a Reaper. Right? Like he is.
I think the record will show a certain other helmsman totally took out the
Well,
Reaper.
you know what I mean, though. Like, or Edie,
Yeah.
Shepard can be like, synonymous with humanity.
Yeah, he's like, yeah,
Like,
He
he's
is
the
he
symbol.
is many ways the best of humanity.
and
For
and,
better or worse, depending on how you played him.
And despite, their differences in opinion if you played a Paragon, or sameness of opinion if you played a Renegade, Elusive Man wants him. So,
He's voiced by Martin Sheen, by the way.
I
the
think
Elusive Man.
that's all we really need to say about the story for non-spoiler, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
Pretty much. Just know that you're going to...
There's human colonies are vanishing.
Yeah, human colonies are vanishing.
And the big human first organization here, the Cerberus, is like, we want to know why the hell this is happening.
Well, a bunch of humanity has gone and tried to colonize beyond, basically, Citadel space. Beyond
What's
where
safe space?
Yeah, the governments patrol a certain amount of space, which is Citadel space, and they've gone beyond that, and
They're on their own.
They're on their own. So the Human Alliance, because it's real caught up in the politics in Citadel space, isn't really helping them that much. So Cerberus has decided to come help them, and one of the ways they've done that is to bring you out of death and.
Mostly because they think the Reapers actually secretly might be behind this.
Yes, they think the Reapers might secretly.
They
be
totally
behind
know way more than they tell you to begin with.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
that's almost a given in this kind of game.
So I guess when we move on to gameplay, Mass Effect is very similar to Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 is similar to Mass Effect in some ways, and
Outrageously
different in other ways.
They really amped up the shooter element.
the shooter element is amped up. There is no inventory system anymore. Weapons merely upgrade. You get better weapons, and they're just better.
Cover actually works.
Yeah, the cover system is probably the single biggest change in my opinion. Where you could take cover in 1, but it was almost
very awkward.
It was very awkward.
It was almost better to just stand behind something and hope you didn't get shot.
Yeah, and it was actually a hindrance sometimes. You'd be walking next to a wall and accidentally
stick to
it and stuff like that.
For which BioWare went, you know what? We've certainly made something that plays an awful lot like a shooter. Maybe we should actually just make it a really good shooter.
Yeah.
And so that's what they did.
Special abilities can be used way more frequently in the second one.
Special abilities recharge faster and can be used more frequently. There aren't quite as many, in my opinion. For the secondary classes, you got 3 or 4 abilities each or something like that.
Some of them are shared.
Some of them are shared between them.
But I love me some throw.
They have removed in the first game. the way that ammunition, quote unquote, worked is your weapons simply had a limited amounts of ammo, but they would overheat if you fired them too much. And they've done away with that system and replaced it with actual ammo.
Well, they're not ammo.
They're
thermal
thermal
clips.
clips.
They're
Yes.
replaceable heat sinks that get hot, and then you eject it and put a fresh one
Put a
in that's
fresh
now
one in.
cool, which it's ammo clips,
It's
guys.
ammo clips, guys.
Fuck you for
Now,
ammo clips.
now they're universal ammo clips. Like,
Yeah.
they work for all weapons.
Yeah, it's like what's good
you
for
know,
24 blasts in your assault rifle is good for a single shot in that
your-
first sniper
your
rifle.
sniper rifle.
And even if it's in some ancient ruins that no one has stepped foot
Oh, yeah,
into
yeah.
1,000 years,
There's thermal clips.
They're
thermal
thermal
clips.
clips. Yeah.
Apparently, the ancient ruins got hip to the new game mechanics.
Yeah, seriously. So it can be good and bad.
It's like, so you developed
Right.
these in the last 3 years, and they've only become commonplace in the last 3 years, but
Now-
every single dungeon I walk into has them.
no, it is weird, but you know what? What it did do was it actually maybe used multiple weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
For
true.
the first time ever, I'm pulling out something that is not either the pistol or assault rifle, and
Like, as normal I played Mass Effect 1, well, I couldn't play Mass Effect 1 was I wanted to play the sniper rifle.
Yes.
Sniper rifle kind of sucked in Mass Effect 1.
Shepard
It's
with sniper
awesome in
rifle.
2.
Shepard with sniper rifle. Garrus, Thane, go team, headshot.
And so I would, get back to my cover and I would snipe things. Then I'd run out of sniper ammo, which forced me to actually go to my pistol or submachine gun and actually move in closer and actually have to fight some.
exactly. Like
And it kept me varied.
it keeps you varied. It keeps you playing the game. I constantly was switching between pistol, assault rifle, sniper. I never used shotgun. Anybody use shotgun? a lot?
I
Even
found
against
shotgun
Nessus
did
and
not
stuff.
work as well as it did in the first one.
What's like pistols seem to have more stopping power than the shotgun did. Like, was that just me? Or was we?
Yeah.
You'd be fighting husks, and I'd pull out my awesome shotgun.
I found, and I was relying a lot on the shotgun in the first game, and then I found it sucked. And then I found the sniper rifle was good for anything really big and nasty in too. Mostly
So
something
there-
big nasty, I pulled out the sniper rifle
So
or
there's-
the particle beam cannon.
It also depends
Oh,
on...
particle beam cannon.
have you tried the new Arc?
It's really good for
laser?
Geth. It's not really good for much.
It's a gigantic taser. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, it's a giant. Well, it's an anti-robot weapon. I mean, like, you're fighting robots. It's good. You're fighting.
Is that a
robots.
recent
Yeah, it's a
download?
download.
It's a new download.
I probably haven't logged on since it came out.
So there's that. Gameplays wise, they've added that. They've taken out the Mako, completely, pretty much. I mean, they just added the new hover tank, but it's not really. I think for now anyway, we should just talk about the
basic game.
basic game.
Yeah, they just land you on planets and you go.
Yeah, you go.
Great change.
Great change.
100% great change.
100% great change.
Yeah, but now you got to go spend
No.
time probing Uranus.
That's pretty good.
No, I mean,
I
the
know,
computer says
computer
probing
says.
Uranus.
They've kind of replaced your a lot of stuff with a mineral gathering mini game. On PC, it's a lot more fun than at 360. I want to throw that out there because your cursor moves like 400 times faster on the PC than it does on the 360, and I don't know why.
There's also actually what happened is that on 360 you can do some research to make it go faster.
No, I did it. I did the research, and it still didn't move as fast.
Well, the trick is that it's actually not based in the PC version. It's not actually based off that research. It's based off your actual mouse move speed. They couldn't make it any slower. It has to go to whatever speed your mouse speed is.
Okay, because like I got the research upgrade for that, and it still moved like 3 million times.
Well, that just
slower.
happened one of those things where the PC got
Well,
it's just
I found
through the
that
nature of the
tedious.
PCness.
On
Really?
360, playing it only on 360, I found the mineral research tedious.
I found it almost hypnotic. Like I would sit there and and you didn't really have to do it, to my opinion, too great an amount to enjoy the game. Like you needed certain upgrades, but that was about it.
I need palladium.
Like-
Where the hell is palladium?
Well, you would realize as you play through the game that different kinds of planets,
different kind of planets had
would
different
actually, and
minerals.
especially like
And if you read the descriptions, yeah, like
would
Element
sort of let
Zero,
you know.
any place that used to be populated by an industrial society had Element Zero. There were different.
Element
different
Zero
stuff.
was really the scarce one.
It was
but,
the,
yeah.
it was the scarce one.
And any planet that also featured a mission would always have Element Zero. on it.
Yeah, always had
In
Element Zero.
abundance.
Yeah, in abundance.
One of the things I thought we should mention before anything else I forget is the fact that the class now have their own special unique abilities.
Yes, which all classes of Shepherd have access to, which is kind of weird. Because as you go on, when you get your party members loyal, they get one of the unique abilities. Everybody, like all of them, get collected in them, and then eventually you can
Well, I
attack
mean,
it on
I
yourself.
think they get their own unique abilities.
Yeah, I
that you
mean,
choose from.
Really?
each
I thought
class
they got-
has a unique ability, and then each of your recruitable characters has a unique ability you
That you
can
can learn
learn
eventually.
one of.
I thought that they picked up the same abilities that you get at the end of the class tree.
I'm
No,
pretty sure those
they're
are
all
unique.
different. They're all unique to each character.
Because no one else gets the cloak that Infiltrator does.
Oh yeah, Cloak.
Yeah.
Best reason to use Infiltrator.
Boy,
cheapest way to
Vanguard
play the game, but best way to
sucks.
close.
But, sorry, yeah.
Is Vanguard the melee one?
Yeah, it's got a thing where you ram into, you like have like a psychokinetic run forward and ram into them,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
for
either
me.
going to succeed brilliantly or you're going to die horribly, and
Yeah,
it's more
it's-
often die horribly.
And it's the Vanguard is I've heard the hardest class to play because it's.
I
it's the
enjoyed
melee
them
class.
in the first game, but in the second game they became useless, like the shotgun.
Which is kind of funny because Infiltrator in the first game was kind of useless.
And now they kick
And now
ass.
they
Although
kick ass.
I actually prefer Sentinel for the tech armor, which turns you into a happy little tank with psychic powers.
So there you go. So each class has its own unique ability, and like we said, eventually you even get another unique ability from your own party members.
Right.
So you get a lot of awesome customization.
So usually, like, there's going to be a weak point in your character class, and probably one of your allies has something that'll help fill it
Well,
in.
exactly, like your allies let you shore up stuff like that is weak for whatever class you are.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So no more Mako. Some people said that removed the exploring element of the game, and I didn't see that at all. Like
You know, when you were exploring the first game, and every planet was just a barren rock of like
Yeah, it was all-
a circle of occasional mountains, and it all looked like Spore
yeah,
before like Spore got pretty. Then yes, you're right. It did lose a sense of exploration.
There was a couple planets that were a little foresty, a little.
Yeah, there were some trees
Look
like,
at that.
in there,
and
like,
little creatures running around you could shoot, and then have
it
people
had a
go, "Oh,
horrible
that's
sense of
mean."
scale. Like the planet exploration was bad.
yeah, exactly.
in
The,
the first
the
game.
planet exploration was bad in the first game, and like I was way more like I really the missions for the planet exploration 2 were all the same in the first game.
Find bunker, kill everything in the
find
bunker.
kill everything in the bunker. The end. Sometimes there's an item one of your party members wants in the bunker, right?
But in this game, there's way much more varied types of planets.
Well, when we
And
said go into exterminate bunker, it was the same bunker.
Yeah.
At least, like, there's maybe about 3 variations.
There's like two. There's
Maybe
or
two,
three,
just
yeah.
two, but there's a couple variations.
But now every location is customized, it's designed, just its own levels.
And it's got its own level and it's got its own kind of mission. Like there are like 5 different kinds of mini missions in this game, or like 6 as to opposed to 1. And the way to go, that's awesome.
And very often the missions, even the non-story essential missions, have something to do with one of your party members.
Exactly. Or they're just some of them are just cool history. I mean, I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil anything, but there's a couple that are like, there's a derelict ship here, and you can just go get its logs and find out what happened to this old derelict ship. And I don't know. I thought that was much
liked
more of a
that
sense
one,
of
yeah.
exploration to me
Yeah.
than
Man, that's
The
weird.
first
Let's
one.
look at this ship. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so there you go. So there's that.
Captain's log.
you
He's
also have
not a
multiple
wrecked
ways
ship.
of getting quests. Like sometimes you might get a message in your system,
Yeah,
in your
sometimes you get
logs, say, "Hey, you should go do this." So you do this.
You've got mail.
Or you might just start scanning a plane and go, "Oh, hey, there's a thing."
Hey,
here."
there's a thing, anomaly detected, or there's all sorts of.
Or
sometimes you
you're
talk to
walking
someone,
by
they'll
and
pop it on your map.
or you're walking by and Yeoman Sex Bunny says, "Hey, so and so wants to talk to you."
Yes, we'll talk about Yeoman Sex Bunny more in the spoiler section.
Well, no, I mean she's. We talk a little bit about her now. I mean she's.
Well,
she's a part of it. Once you get your new ship, and you start wanting to 'cause part of the game is you have to get your crew.
Yeah,
You have no crew, so you need to get a crew.
well, you have no combat team.
You have no combat.
See,
team.
that's the thing is that like Mass
You've got-
Effect is very much you're a commando team.
you've got a ship crew, but you have no,
and I felt
killer
the
team.
ship crew was much better in this time around. Like in the last
There
game,
were more interesting
they were
individuals.
more interesting individuals. Like last game, they were except for Joker, they were almost all.
Well, the
I
XO
liked-
had a little
I
bit.
liked Presley.
is that the one that died?
Yes.
Okay.
Spoilers. Oh,
Oh
okay.
shit. James cut that out.
No, leave it in.
Yeah,
Who
it's
cares?
fine.
It happens in the
It was
first
the
couple
first
of minutes.
Well, yeah, it happens in the first hour.
Hour, yeah. So yeah. So they have a little bit of personality, but these guys, I love the two. You've got a pair of Scottish engineers, and they're really great.
I love the cook.
The cook's pretty good too.
He's
yeah.
like, "You're the cook and the janitor." Well, sometimes happens. You just got to fill in the cracks. Ha! I said crack.
I said crack. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The doc, of course, which
The
is
doc is back.
Is back, and she's
That was awesome.
And you also get a secretary who is
Yeoman Chambers.
Yeoman Chambers, who's a little redheaded woman that basically serves the function of a computer and tells you that. I thought it was kind of neat. She was even like,
Well,
yeah, a computer could do this, but I'm also the ship's counselor.
In the real Navy, a yeoman basically is a glorified secretary. It's a military secretary.
And she's she's your military secretary, and she's also the ship's counselor. And she was like, they kind of need to give me something to do because I can't always be the counselor, so they filled the spot.
She very handily tells you when you have mail or when one of the crew members is feeling antsy.
And the thing about her, the reason we call her Yeoman Sex Bunny is she's kind of the default love interest. You can basically have a fling with her that doesn't give you the Paramour achievement, but also doesn't affect your status with your girl from Mass Effect 1.
If you care.
Like, if you care. You may or may not, or maybe you didn't go out with a girl in Mass Effect 1. That's an option, too. So,
and there are other romanceable characters in Mass Effect 2 if nobody did it for you in 1.
In 1, yeah. So,
or if you find someone you like better.
Yeah, with more talent. So... So there's that. So that's gameplay wise. Anybody got anything else? Graphically, it's a lot prettier.
It's pretty.
They actually had chances to actually spend time with the engine. Like the first game, a lot of time was making everything work. They had to work. They realized, but they didn't quite grasp how the engine worked because they used Unreal.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were still coming to terms with how the 360 worked and everything. This time, they figured everything out. And so they were able to streamline a whole bunch of how they handled the graphics.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the Unreal Engine has gotten much better in the meantime, and so that's why everything looks so much nicer. And yes, they did take out elevators, but added in loading screens. The loading screens are awesome.
Yeah, the loading screens are pretty cool.
Like, they had the best loading screens in any game.
They are contextual loading
screens.
They're
contextual for whatever you're doing right then. We can't talk about that, but even sometimes they'll take the old loading screen, and when you're doing something a little different than usual, they'll change the old loading screen to match what you're doing now, and that's kind of neat. So spoilers now, and musical interlude, or anybody?
Yeah, sure we can. All right,
Spoiler.
We're gonna do a musical interlude, and then we're spoiling things. Oh yeah.
Chicka wow wow.
Holy crap, Spike died.
No!
God damn it, again?
Oh man,
Isn't it bad
Mordin
enough
is
Cowboy
the
Bebop?
best character ever. I would totally do him.
But he won't let you.
Slarian.
I guess we could have talked about the crew in the non-spoiler sections. Oh well.
Oh well.
No, those crew are totally
Forget
spoilers.
those non-spoiler people.
Crew is totally
Oh.
spoilers. You can all die.
Yes, everyone can die. Like, let's just go right there and say that. Like,
Everyone can die.
even Shepard.
Even Shepard.
And you can still win.
You can still beat the game, and Shepard's dead.
You don't
But
get
you-
to save, though.
But you won't get to play your
You
Shepard
do
in Mass
get,
Effect
you do
3.
get to save. I thought you do get to save. You just can't transport that file to Mass Effect 3, and you can't play it again.
Don't know. Maybe you should find this out.
Like, that's what I thought. I'm not sure.
But yeah, people can die.
People can die. Let's see.
Reapers built a gigantic Terminator.
Gigantic
Okay,
robot,
we'll
baby.
talk about that in a second. So essentially, to go back to the story thing, you are working for Cerberus, and you need a commando squad to help you out to find the people who you believe are who the elusive man tells you is the Reapers that are stealing these human colonies.
So you got to hire the A-team.
So you basically got to go hire the intergalactic A-team. You get a dossier on a bunch of guys, and you go and hunt them down and try to recruit them into your party.
Many of them have like random things like the warlord, the professor,
the scientist,
The Marianne. Oh, wait.
the
and
skipper,
like,
too.
Again. Skipper, too.
and then things like Archangel,
Yeah, the
or
Archangel.
just Tally.
Now, there are some returning crew members. So you...
Tally,
Tally,
Garrus.
Tally.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Tally and
It's
Garrus.
just
In terms of actual playable
Playability,
characters.
yeah. You get
Nearly everyone else can show up, and they will show up, in fact, if they're alive. But
Yeah, so there's everyone... So those are the two previous characters.
you only get Garrus and Tally back in your team.
Yeah.
You can bang both of them if you're the opposite gender.
It's true.
So you get... right now, I think if you bought the game new, you get 11 crew members.
Right.
If you bought the game used, you get 10 crew members, unless you go buy the download pack.
Right, they did do something called, they have the Service Network,
Yeah.
and you get it free if you buy it new, or you have to pay like $15 to get access to it if you buy it used.
I suppose
So-
there's a chance if you get it used, there's a small chance the card's still in there and the Yahoo who bought it never inputted it.
based on my experience, no.
But it's probably, it's probably virtually nil.
Like, most people who, because, I work at a game store that I won't mention the name of, but you probably know what it is, because there's really only one game store in the world anymore.
Play and trade?
Yes, play and trade. Yes.
It's not play and trade.
Most of the employees will take it if they spot it.
No, we all bought new copies when it came out. No, the people tend to use it. I mean, Mass Effect players, RPG players.
Yeah.
Therefore, also I think Mass Effect 2 might be the best selling.
Gotta be. One of the... Yeah, seriously.
Well, I think it could give Final Fantasy 13 as far as money made in America, at least.
Well, certainly with its hybrid shooter gameplay, you're likely to hit more peripheral.
So that's what I was actually saying
RPG.
earlier when you were like, Final Fantasy might be. I'm like, actually, I think Mass Effect 2 might be it. Anyways.
Yeah, your odds are vanishing small of getting a card if you get it used.
But
And Severus Network just gives you tons and tons of free crap that they've been making or have made.
Yeah, weaponry, you get a new vehicle that's actually sort of fun to play.
You get Zahid.
Who's a neat character until you finish his loyalty mission. And then you can't actually talk to Zahid. You can just click on objects in the room and
He'll
tell
talk
you
to
It's
stories.
weird because since he was developed, there was a few months in between, when the game actually went sent for certification,
Yeah.
and certification comes out. Because there's usually a few month gap. They built all of Zahid's stuff in that month, in that period. And since he's optional, they decided that they didn't want to do a full-on conversation trees. They focused on something you can say while you're on missions.
Yeah.
So if you've noticed with Zahid, when you go into his room, you can't actually just talk to him. He sort of just talks while you're in there.
Yeah, he talks to you, and you can click on his different trophies, and he'll tell you about them and where you got them and all that
I
kind of
ripped
stuff.
this off of Krogan I beat to death with his own leg.
But, so that's really cool. The characters are very varied. They're, like we said, they've all got taglines and stuff like that, and they're all, interesting. You've got Legion, who's a Geth. He's actually a, 2,000 Geth or something like that in one robot.
And that's why he can
He's
think.
his own mobile platform.
He's his own mobile Geth platform.
Designed for autonomous work.
You have a tank-grown Krogan who's grown by a crazy Krogan scientist who's like, screw the genophage. We're going to defeat the genophage by just being more Krogan. Like, rather than try to beat the genophage, we're just going to take the hit and keep coming because that's what Krogan do.
They also headbutt as a social greeting.
Let's see, you've got Thane, who's a religious hitman that's dying of a genetic disease.
Let's call it it's space tuberculosis. It's space tuberculosis. They don't call it that, but
He's Solid Snake. If Solid Snake was an alien and an assassin from Assassin's Creed.
kind of reminded me of Doc Holliday actually,
You
except
get,
the sniper.
Jacob, the disillusioned soldier who had worked for the Alliance and now works for Cerberus. You've got Miranda, who's the standard video game sex bunny, but has a reason for it because she's been genetically engineered to be the standard video game sex bunny.
Yes.
It's always slightly creepy because she's actually based off a real person.
She's, let's see, you got Samara, who is the Justicar High Priestess lady.
Really
Who
powerful.
likes to wear leather.
Who
She's
likes
a
to wear
Jedi.
leather. She is the closest thing Mass Effect has to a Jedi. She really is. You got Garrus, who's your friend from last time, who's the disillusioned law enforcement officer. Garrus made me a little sad because if you're Paragon, you convince Garrus to go back to the Citadel security forces. At the end of it, if you're Paragon, like you talk to him and he'll go like, "I've decided I'm going to return there when I'm done," and blah blah blah. And then he doesn't.
We'll just assume it went bad somewhere
Yeah,
in
you
there.
just kind of have to assume it went bad. You got Tally, who's your Quarian mechanic lady,
And is the hotness.
who is pretty hot. You have, who am I missing? Mordin, who is an awesome Solarian.
He's the best character in the game.
He's the best character in the game, and he's a Solarian scientist / commando who constantly like talks in these bursts of, you know.
I heard him described as Spock on speed.
Yeah, he's Spock on speed, who's also a like deadly commando as well as.
He also occasionally sings Gilbert and Sullivan if you get the conversation tree right.
yeah.
And he'll turn you down because he knows that, you know, sometimes people get interested in Solarians. But he's just not interested in you.
But he's just not interested in you. You're just not smart enough for
Right.
him.
Well,
But no one is.
they're
so it's-
basically amphibians and reproduce in a not very
Sexy,
fun way.
He will give you help in your own sex life if you
Yes.
decide to sex up a crew member
who is not human.
well, even if human.
Really?
If she's biotic. If you well, so I guess yeah. If you're,
I missed that conversation, but
if
okay.
you like if you're sleeping with Miranda, then he'll tell you of ways you can use. He'll give you a booklet on how to use biotic powers to make increase everyone's pleasure.
Yeah, and I just got recommendations for analgesics and not to ingest.
And not to ingest any genetic material. So Mordin's pretty awesome.
He's a bro. He's a total bro, no
There's-
matter what gender you are.
You know, there's almost the problem of there's too many characters in some ways, because in some ways you have characters that like, man, I really wish I could to take this
Yeah,
character.
like we totally didn't mention Jack,
Oh,
but
Jack,
that's okay.
Jack, the naked psychopath who's
Who's a girl.
superpowered. There's Zahid himself, like you said, he's a mercenary you pick up. And like I said, I just forgot that character. I mean, I really
Yeah.
did. And it's because there's so many characters. So it's good and it's bad. Like, it's one of those things where I loved Legion. I loved Mordin, obviously. I loved Thane. But you can only take two characters with you. So Thane and Legion have to fight it out sometimes for who gets the non-Mordin
See,
spot
for me,
in
it
my
was
party.
always Legion, not Legion. It was always Mordin's way, and usually it was Grunt or Garrus.
You know, Grunt talked too much for me. I kind of liked Grunt, but like he screams all the time in combat. And it was
am Krogan!
And it was like,
I was like, damn right, you are Grunt.
I feel
See you next time, Space Cowboy.
in some ways I feel this game is a little less epic than the last game. Like Mass Effect 1 had that idea, which was that these Reapers were leaving this technology behind to let people evolve into it. And I've read a lot of science fiction and a lot of fantasy. And while I'm not going to say that idea has never been done in the history of ever, I had never read it before. And that's impressive. Like, that means it's not a huge, everyday idea.
Whereas this one, Reapers need genetic material to create more Reapers.
Yeah, apparently the way
Ever
that
read
they...
Childhood's End?
No, I haven't.
A little bit like.
Essentially, the Reapers are stealing human... Well, the Collectors working for the Reapers, which is another alien race.
Which the big thing...
The big reveal in this game...
is that they're actually the
Protheans. Yeah, you remember... if you remember correctly, at the end of Mass Effect, they actually... One of the big things is what happened to all those Protheans that the Reapers used as their slaves. And they basically poo-poo it, and they say, like, oh, well, they must have just killed them, or they just died off after they left. Well, no, they didn't die off after they left. They were genetically mutated into
An
the
army
Collectors.
of like cockroach men. But
And
Which, unfortunately, I think a problem with the game was its epicness is that it does not have a decent villain.
yeah, there's
It has
no
Harbinger, he's not nearly as good as
Harbinger's not as Sovereign or
Saren.
Saren. Well, Saren was the awesome villain in.
I mean, Harbinger basically is another.
He's a Borg queen. I mean, he's
Yeah.
got like 6 lines. And,
He's basically just not. We are in the spoiler parts. He's basically another sovereign.
yeah, he's another well, you think you don't know. Like
Well, that's the impression.
the impression you get is that he's another sovereign, but I mean,
His only thing is
All
he
we
can.
know is he's assuming direct control.
yeah, the only
Yeah.
thing we know
He can body
seems to-
jack any of the random soldiers that are coming at you when you're fighting the collectors.
And it turns out the guy you think is Harbinger, who's this big bloated thing that's seen, in the middle of the collector base running things, isn't Harbinger at all. He's just another thing that Harbinger's
Just another meat puppet.
Yeah.
So you don't know who the real Harbinger is. And anyway, they're collecting genetic material to liquefy it, and then use the genetic collecting people to take their genetic material, liquefy them, and turn them into the raw material to make the organic portion of Reapers, who are giant bioorganic constructions, apparently. And the theory that sort of gets, at least in my opinion, brought forward in Mass Effect 2, even though they don't really say it, is that essentially the Reapers pick a race, and they're growing the organic beings to create new Reapers, which is what it seemed to me.
The reason why they would do it, they had people, or whatever race, go with their established track.
Yeah.
Was so they can collect them all at once in one group, just how they want them, come in, swoop them up, take their genetic material, create new Reapers.
Create a new Reaper, and then...
What if each one only creates one Reaper?
Well, that's what
and then you see that fleet at the end of the game in the credits. Then you wonder, just how many cycles has this been?
Well, seriously, that's what I think it is that they create one Reaper every cycle. And also, part of it, too, is the numbers. I mean, if you saw the game, they talk several times, how many people would they need to do this, right? More than the whole population of Earth, blah, blah, blah. Well, how do you ensure that they'll have a population big enough? You create easy-to-travel routes that'll let them colonize planets.
So they can populate
them. Yeah, and it's just, to me, that's the theory that they never quite say that, but
and that's one of the problems is they never tell you why this is so important.
Yeah, exactly.
Then again, this is a middle game, and what's the
exactly.
trilogy?
This is
the one that's meant to leave you with more questions and answers about a lot of things.
It's got a really good. It's really interesting because in some ways it's got more choices. Because, like we said, everyone can die, but at the same time, and there's a lot of stuff you can do to keep people from dying. But in some ways, that's almost the only choice you get is what party members die and what party members don't die. I mean, is that just me? You get the very last choice, which is do you blow up the collector base or give it to Cerberus?
There are multiple choices, like the genophage information.
A lot of the genophage information.
There's the Geth stuff.
The Geth stuff, yeah. I don't know, I never felt, maybe it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I never felt, except for that very end point, right? I never felt I was reaching a decision point, like I was in Mass Effect.
Then in the third one, you'll find out every single thing you did was actually important. Or not.
Well, I really think that, and me and Basil have talked about this, is that it's the whole theory is going to be building armies. That a bunch of the decisions from the first three games all revolve around large groups that would help Shepard, like the Rachni being around to help Shepard. Do you cure the genophage and create a Krogan army by curing the genophage? Do you free the Geth from the heretics, and now the Geth are grateful to Shepard for doing that, so they'll help get Shepard. See, it's like there's all this.
If you can rally the whole galaxy against them, you might win.
Exactly. Do you help the council and then have all those races help you, or do you save the human fleet and have a much larger human fleet?
You save the human fleet, then take over the council.
Exactly. Well, but then now you have a much larger human fleet.
Yeah.
So all these decision points seem to be military, building allies for Shepard for 3.
And in the first game, there were a lot of decisions that I think were that important. I was just playing through the game that would in fact show up in 2. Like a lot of people that I saved in 1 that I don't even remember show up in 2.
Yeah, sometimes characters will go, "I remember you," and I'm like, "Who are you again?"
I don't remember you. Did I kick you in the balls once?
Did I kick you in the balls once? Did something happen?
Like I was on Ilium, and the green-skinned Asari chick that was from the plant thing.
Yeah, comes up to you and goes,
"Hey, I got a quest for you," and I'm like,
"Hey, you're fucking green."
Why is she green? Oh yeah, the Thorian chick. Yeah, I remember her. How's it going?
What green when I last left?
The woman that's always working for horrible mad scientists showing up. My favorite was the Valley girl Asari that was in the murder in the Blood Pact or whatever. That was all like, "I'm just an innocent girl." Then you find her diary that's all like, "I'm awesome, an awesome murderer. I can't wait till telling my friends that I'm a murderer." And it's a good thing. I felt bad about killing her till I heard that.
And then you're like, yeah.
Because you can't not kill her, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure you had to kill her.
Yeah, like because if you do the Paragon choices, which I did, she goes for her gun, and then you have to.
Like, yeah, she was just straight up going to kill you.
Oh, sorry. Young Asari, you have exactly two choices, commando or stripper.
Exactly. There was a neat thing where one of your party members is Samara, and she's hunting her own daughter, who is a genetic rebel or genetic mutation that kills people when they have sex, essentially, and takes their power. It's kind of a Highlander thing, like they absorb the person. And you get the decision: do you want to make the good decision and help Samara defeat her daughter? Or you want to make the evil decision and, hey, this chick actually looks way more powerful than you, Samara. Kick. Join my crew.
That was the only moment in playing a Renegade game where I actually felt evil. I'm like, damn.
No. Have you done Jack's loyalty mission as evil, as Renegade? When you shoot the guy and go, yeah, that's right, a bullet to the brain can solve all problems. You fucked him before he could fuck you.
I remember it.
And you're like, oh my god! And I watched Barry make that decision because he played through on Renegade, and it was like... In fact, Renegade is sometimes so evil that it's hard to make the decisions, because, you go around kicking puppies as Renegade.
Then again, there are a couple moments in a Paragon game where you see the little Renegade option pop up, and you're like, I really want to shoot that fuel line under that motherfucker.
I did that. That was the only Renegade thing I chose.
The beauty of the system that they changed, as far as Renegade and Paragon goes, and 2, as opposed to 1, is the fact that you only raise your meter. Your meter never goes down. Like, so you can do Renegade things, and it will not, screw up your Paragon.
It just kind of
Paragon stays the same.
It just kind of screw up your role playing, though. I'm just saying.
After playing it once, I see where there's points where you can do the Renegade option and get the points and not miss out on a Paragon point. But I think there are some points where there's
especially
a choice.
Dialogue. There's the dialogue. Well, the dialogue there's choice. It's the quick time events.
It's the quick time events that tend to be like it's a freebie. Which, of course, sometimes your quick time events will actually switch to Renegade and Paragon.
Which, by the way, I must say, this is the best use of quick time events ever. It's the only game I've ever liked the use of quick time events in. They do it real well as these decision points, choose your own adventure decision points for what you do.
We should have probably mentioned the game mechanics, but besides your normal dialogue tree choices, every so often on one of the bottom corners of the screen, corresponding to one of the trigger buttons, a little blue...
Or one of the mouse buttons, so you're playing the PC version, the best version.
A little blue or red symbol will pop up in one of the corners of the screen, and that means pull that trigger or press that button, and you will do something heroic or dickish.
Yeah. Usually heroic is saving someone's life that didn't need to be saved. That you didn't necessarily have to save. Usually dickish is killing someone or sabotaging something
in a more entertaining manner.
Occasionally, now this is one thing I did notice though. Paragon never seemed to get the kind of thing where Renegade got. Where Renegade got a lot of things where you're dealing with a guy, and you need information out of him. And Renegade, you get a quick time event to slap the shit out of him and convince him to give you your info, right? Paragon never got anything where you were so... I think one time with the girl's daughter...
Right.
With the girl's daughter where you were finding her murder when you're looking for Samara's daughter. And
Paragon, what they would do is they would skip... like if someone, like for example, in your first mission where you're investigating thing where you see the crazy Corian, who starts talking, you can choose Paragon and several. No, it's cool. You got it. I understand. You stop talking now, and you can do that a few times. Like people won't shut up
or save someone's life.
But it never earned like but you see what I'm saying? The Renegade is earning information. Like the Paragon, when you do nice things, you either save characters, or like you said, or you calm people down, but you never get information except for off that one woman. Like usually that means you've got to go hunt that information down in a harder way somewhere else, and that was a little weird. I kind of felt that Paragon at some point should have rewarded you for being a nice guy more than simply saving lives, I guess. But
isn't that the most important thing?
It is the most, especially if they show up in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, really.
It's that shopkeeper who I gave money to go home. He's come back leading a fleet of giant dragons to destroy the Reapers.
Bioorganic dragons. We built them out of some string and some putty and those.
I felt the love interest characters from this last game reacted stupidly. Like, okay, first off, I felt that what's this artist's name?
Liara?
Liara?
The one from the first game?
From the first game.
Lightning, yeah.
Liara is evil. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's what she is. She's become an evil mafia broker.
She
dog.
actually does use some of her mother's dialogue from the first game.
Yeah, like
who
she's-
was an evil bitch.
And so it's like, yeah, it's okay. So she's evil. And then you go, if you went out with Ashley, like I did, when you meet Ashley, she reacts totally irrationally. She gets super mad at you for being dead and then brought back by Cerberus. And when you go like, I'm not working for Cerberus, I'm investigating these colony things, they're just who funded me and they brought me back to life, but I'm not working for them.
Kaiden reacts similarly if he was alive, although he wasn't my love interest, so I don't know if he would have really freaked out or not if he was.
Well, they were real mean. They were like Ashley.
I can understand Kaiden because he was kind of anti-Cerberus, but Cerberus seems right up Ashley's alley.
Well, no, actually, if you're Paragon through, remember, comes, sees the light and everything. If you Paragon through and talk to her a ton. So...
Or you let her die like all right thing people do.
Die in nuclear fire.
Well, the point is that
She should
I
have
kind of
killed
felt that there was a couple of things to serve the story where people had to act irrationally. And I really kind of feel that you see that, the way the Senate Council acts. I mean, sorry, the Council's the way they react is totally irrational.
I don't know. I killed the council in my playthrough.
Well,
they lived. Whatever.
Well, for me, in Mass Effect 1, it was one of those things where, I was scared that if I didn't kill the council or let the council die, I wouldn't beat Sovereign. So... Okay, so we've been talking about Mass Effect for a while. We just realized...
Too long.
We've been talking for a while, and we're still talking, but we realized
we could keep talking.
We could keep talking, and if we don't stop now,
we'll
never stop.
Mass Effect,
it's a really good game.
It's a really good game. I really want to just say that Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game of this generation. Like, boom, straight up. It has good points, it has bad points that I could talk about, but it's just a brilliant game.
It's a really, really awesome game. I don't mind the fact that they took out some of the quote-unquote RPG parts by streamlining it. Oh no, I don't have to have a crappy inventory system. I just get better guns and armor.
Yeah. Oh my God. No. I mean, besides what else RPG wise really got taken out besides the inventory? I mean, they streamlined the talent points a little bit.
Yeah.
And they took out the inventory. And I mean, like, what?
I think if they gave me a couple more powers, right? I wouldn't mind. I would love them to give me more like weapons choices and more armor choices.
Yeah, more armor choices.
There was no real skill based anything.
You're right. There were no skills like there were Charm and Intimidate, but I mean the whole thing with Charm and Intimidate
was more or less Paragon Renegade. They just moved it to Paragon Renegade.
Well, there was no skill for this unlocking, no skill for electronics.
But see, I felt that was fine because it meant
I really didn't mind.
Yeah, it's
it didn't bug me whatsoever. If I wanted,
but you asked what was different. But you asked what wasn't there. But
so there you go.
I did not mind the changes.
So how awesome out of awesome? I give it a dirty dozen worth of awesome. That many characters.
Damn it, I was going for Dirty Dozen. Well, for goddamn Dirty Dozen.
Goddamn Dirty Dozen.
Finally getting to sleep with Tally, awesome.
Yeah, finally getting to knock boots with Tally, awesome.
Still haven't seen her face,
I'm
though.
with that.
And you never will.
You never will. Actually, I've heard you're going to see Corian in the third game.
Yeah, we'll see.
BioWare,
We'll see.
that was a BioWare blue post. Like you'll get to see Corian in the third game.
Like I did love how there's a hack if you see like YouTube videos where they did a thing where
They turn it around in a new
She had a new mask on.
There's also a new mask. There's also one where it's Grunt.
Really?
No, it's Rex. It's Rex.
I think somebody.
I think that was just a fan edit.
Fan edit. Like they show Rex.
Like if you do the actual hack and turn the camera around,
right?
What you see is like she takes her mask off and a second mask is immediately underneath the first mask.
So there you go. Mask.
We'll see you at Mass Effect 3.
It's true. You will.
And with that, we are
out. What the hell is that, Kevin? What the hell was that?
Pussy.
Shepard.
Rex.
Grunt.
Shepard.
God, you guys.
I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Okay.
So how are we doing this? We doing spoilers and then
Space Disco.
We're doing not spoilers, then
not
spoilers.
then the spoilers.
Okay, so no talking about Garrus and Shepard's chocolate baby yet.
Damn it!